Stop playing this game of emotional bankruptcy. Hey love, welcome to Journey to Self. I'm Shar, aka Soul Love Suri, intuitive energy alchemist and catalyst for emotional wealth and energy management. Journey to Self is where intuitive and empathic women ready to be free of emotional exhaustion come to learn how to build emotional wealth and restore their energy from the inside out. It's about emotional economics and investing. Your emotional energy is a resource. Just like your money, energy grows where it's respected. Every time you take action and make decisions aligned with the truth of who you are, you earn emotional interest. So if you're ready to keep your energy rich, your emotions clear, and your boundaries paid and fucking full, hit follow or subscribe and let's dive in. Listen, you can't control others, but you can control how you respond and manage your energy. This means that your energy is your responsibility even when others trigger you. Feeling overwhelmed and experiencing things like chronic dis-ease are energetic feedback outlining all the details about your environment and whether or not it is emotionally safe for your inner world. The faster you stop pretending like everything is okay, the sooner you can have clarity, direction, freedom without chaos, and step into emotional safety. This is why they tell you to stand for something, aka your values, or you will fall for fucking anything. Something I really struggled with for a very long time starting out was this idea or this belief that quote unquote it's just easier to keep the peace, right? Or if I quote unquote just do it or do what people want or expect me to do, it will be less drama, right? Or maybe you're thinking if I don't say how I really think and how I feel about X, Y, and Z, I won't have to hear X, Y, and Z or A, B, and C person's mouth or worry about defending what I want or want to do or plan to do when I leave, etc. Again, you're not the first person to have these thoughts and you certainly won't be the last. But that's the point of this series, about helping you understand how to stay emotionally resourced so that emotional safety is a default for you, is the default state of being. And in the events where emotional stress and or chaos and or conflict occur, you have the resources, the internal resources that you need to restabilize and find your way back to balance again and have the emotional safety so that you can make sound decisions, take sound and aligned action for your own benefit, your own health and well-being, etc. All of this to say is that what I have learned is that avoidance gets you nowhere and nothing fast except stuck feeling and dealing with the backlash of all that pent up energy that was never released and or expressed as it was originally intended to be. This looks like words swallowed or never spoken, bottled up anger and frustration, saying yes when every fiber, and I do mean every single fiber in your being, wants to say no or is saying no, right? What we often miss, forget, dismiss, don't realize, or in many instances have never been taught is that energy does not die. It simply changes form, okay? So every time you swallow words meant to be spoken and expressed, that emotional energy has to go somewhere. And just like with a volcano, eventually the pressure will become so intense that it has no choice but to explode. In the case of dis-ease, a disruption in your natural energetic flow of energy, right? The explosion of energy manifests as things like thyroid problems, a head cold or a fever, fear of being seen, temporary or even permanent, God forbid, loss of your voice, right? That frog in your throat feeling, or even any number of chronic illnesses, which can potentially and unfortunately be fatal if you're not careful. The point is, this dis-ease can manifest itself in 1,000,001 different ways. It's truly amazing how much the dynamics and functionality of energy in the body is taken for granted or ignored simply because the initial intellectualization of it equates to being something that you can't tangibly see. But the fact of the matter is that you can see it by the very vessel your soul occupies, called the body. At the end of the day, it's all energy and energetic expression. Quantum physics and other scientific fields of study tangibly teach and show you as much, even though you don't actually need them as proof, because here again, you yourself are the living, breathing, walking proof. You just haven't been taught how to trust and listen to your own body. And that is why we are having this particular series right here, right now. Again, energy does not lie, and the body isn't lying. It's trying to tell you something, and it's your job to listen and get curious as to what the fuck it is for your own safety, emotional safety, and well-being. And so a quick exercise for you to walk away with and experiment and see if it works for you is to take a moment and notice one place in your life where you are taking on energy that isn't yours, or that has been thrust upon you without your consent, right? And imagine yourself letting it go. And then I want you to pay attention to where in your body you immediately feel that release. This is going to begin helping you understand and become more familiar with listening to your body and understanding what your emotions are trying to tell you, and being able to pinpoint where within your body different things are occurring so that you can understand the language between your body and your emotions and what they mean and are trying to tell you, so that you can take the appropriate action and better support your emotional health, your emotional wealth, your emotional well-being, and thrive. If you want a full breakdown of where your energy is leaking and you need boundary clarity, my energy audit is where you can actually get a clear assessment on what's draining you and begin restoring your emotional safety. The link is going to be available for you in the description box below. If you have learned something new about yourself in this series or this specific episode within the podcast series, or even emotional wealth, or have experienced some sort of shift in the way that you think about your relationships and emotional wealth and well-being, comment below and share what mindsets and beliefs you feel changing and shifting for you in real time. I freaking love hearing from you. And it's important that you know and understand that you are not alone in these experiences that you are having, and that you do have resources available for you, regardless of what stage you are in taking action and making changes for the better. All right, my love, I will see you in the next episode. I'm not quite sure what the next series will be yet. I had something else planned before I started this series, but after doing this series, I'm now looking at different routes. So once my emotional authority has clarity on where we are headed next, of course, I will make sure to inform you. That usually takes place over inside the Manifesto Energy Update. So you would need to be on my email list in order to receive that. So it's really easy for you to join. Just head over to my Substack and sign up to or subscribe to be on that email list, or join my newsletter. I promise I'm gonna get it out. I progress. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, and I will catch you in the next episode. Bye, love. Thanks so much for listening to Journey to Self, your #1 resource for emotional wealth, energy management, and self-discovery, helping you learn how to stop overgiving to people, things, and situations that don't give back, so you can be free of emotional exhaustion and restore your energy. Continue your journey from emotional debt to energetic wealth. Scroll down and meet me in the next episode. Bye, love.